Welcome to Strange Academy, where the best and brightest young sorcerers are trained by the greatest magic user in the realm. Earth has been thrust into eternal night, kickstarting a vampire-feeding frenzy. While the grounds of Strange Academy may be safe behind its mystical defenses, the rest of the world is not. Overhearing a conversation between their headmaster, Dr. Voodoo, and the astral projection of Dr. Strange, the students learned of the Montesi formula, a powerful spell that could end the blood hunt once and for all. The spell can only be found in the pages of the Darkhold, so the students decide they should help find the Dark Book and save the world. With their new friend Pia and her tiny and cute familiar Tito Peping in tow, the gang teleported themselves to the Darkhold's last known location, Madripoor. There they find not an ancient tomb, but a young boy claiming to be the Darkhold come to life. He made quick work of the Strange Academy students, and with their backs against the wall and no other options, Pia attacked the Darkhold, revealing herself to be a vampire. Blood Hunt, Strange Academy, Volume 1, Issue 2. Ever since the night I barely survived, vampires are the ones that make everything in me freeze. It's not rational. Something else takes over, and I can't function. Germán opens up, revealing that he has been attacked by a vampire, and since then, he had a fear of them. Germán continues, fast forward a bunch of years, an incoming student, Pia, became my newest friend at Strange Academy. It's not just because she has an animal familiar, Animage, although that helped. More than that, Pia is one of the best listeners I know, and it's been nice to have someone outside of all the regular Strange Academy drama to talk to. Most recently, she literally saved my life from the thing I fear most. Except now it turns out she is the thing I fear most. I can't deal with this. Everything is upside down. Pia is a vampire. In the last issue of Strange Academy, Volume 1, Issue 1, In Search of the Darkhold book, the students were attacked by vampires, and Pia is the one who saved the day. The Strange Academy is shocked to see what Pia did. Germán says, vampires are running amok, murdering people all over the world. That Darkhold kid may have been trying to kill us, but he was our only chance at using the Montesi formula, which would have killed vampires. So what Strange Academy is searching for in the Darkhold, the Montesi formula, will kill their fellow student Pia. Pia says, yes, by wiping out every single vampire on Earth, including me. Germán says, in that single moment, everything turns upside down once again. Clarity steps in. Pia is my friend, and nothing else matters. We have to stop that from happening. We have to stop Dr. Strange from using the Darkhold brat to set off the Montez formula. Just then, the Darkhold brat disappears and runs off. Meanwhile, the Strange Academy, Shaylee messaged Tooth, Dr. Voodoo never wanted to get the Darkhold book or the Montez formula. He did not want to kill off Pia. He was totally against it. However, he's worried about where some of his students are. Gus says, yeah, they found the Darkhold, but it's a he, not an it, and they need help. We gotta go. Dr. Voodoo does not want to put the entire campus on lockdown because of the vampire threat. No students are allowed to leave the premise, Dr. Voodoo says. I will get them back. If you talk to them first, they must come back immediately and stay away from the Darkhold. As Gus walked in the hallways, wanting to help his friend, Professor Agatha Harkness appears out of nowhere. She said, perhaps I can be of assistance. The Strange Academy pupils are hunting for the Darkhold child as Germain and Pia talk about Germain's fear of vampires. Pia tells him not all vampires are the same. Germain replies, I was just surprised that you are a vampire. You never told me something so important. Pia responds, can you see why I wouldn't tell you that though? Just then, Shaylee says, heads up everyone, something's happening up there. They turn the corner and see vampires attacking humans. The humans are trying to fight back, but it's a little bit useless, except for the Strange Academy students. Doyle Darmarmu says, all right, everyone, you know what to do. Germán adds, the only way out is through, as the Strange Academy students charge in to attack the vampires. As soon as they spot the Darkhold child, playtime is over. The Strange Academy students quickly wipe out many vampires. The Darkhold child, preparing for Academy's attack, deals with his vampires as well. However, Shaylee uses her own own zombies to hold down the Darkhold child. The Darkhold child easily dispatches the zombie and says, your little friend has already proven that vampires don't deserve a chance. Let me rid the world of them. Pia screams out in defiance, never. The Darkhold child then blasts the floor. As the Strange Academy battles vampires, the Darkhold child is escaping. As the Strange Academy sees the Darkhold child running away, they go after him in full force. Germain says, you should just be over here. We are close. Tooth and Gus cut off the Darkhold child's escape. Gus says, we were worried about you guys. Dr. Voodoo said we couldn't leave and that we should stay away from the Darkhold, but then Professor Harkness helped us get here with a portal. The Darkhold child suddenly looks scared and says, Agatha, no, is she here? Please, please don't make me go back to that awful woman. I'll do anything. Pia does not trust him. Pia and the Darkhold child start arguing back and forth. The Darkhold child says, of course you would say that. You just tried to murder me. Pia responds, it was just a flesh wound. I knew you'd be all right. Anyway, you were about to wipe out me and everyone like me. The Darkhold child retorts, in case you haven't noticed, everyone like you is rampaging through the world right now. Pia counters, it's not everyone. The Darkhold child argues, don't you see? This is my one chance of doing the right thing and save humanity. The whole Strange Academy goes, huh? The Darkhold child says, for as long as I can remember, all I've known has been the whispering undercurrent of diabolical schemes. The darkest magic flowed through me, and then suddenly I was whole, human sort of. I felt things I never felt before. Life, joy, wonder. I thought Agatha Harkness could help me come into the fullness of this new self, but she wanted to use me for my darkness and to help her hide from her pursuers. She didn't care about what I wanted. The Darkhold child says, just a chance to find out what I truly am and then be that, whatever it may be. I was only beginning to learn what freedom tasted like when vampires started running amok, murdering people. I have the power to stop them. Germain says, there must be another way. Just then Agatha Harkness comes in and says, oh, there you are, my darling. I was worried about you. Out of nowhere, the Darkhold casts a spell and disappears. The Darkhold child says, oh no, we're not doing this again. Out of my way. The Strange Academy pupils are confused by what just happened. Germain says, I know we couldn't trust him. The kids feel that everyone always one step ahead of them as they get up from the magical blast. Suddenly from the skies, Dr. Doom appears. He says, if it's any consolation, you are correct about one thing. There is another way, and only Dr. Doom can achieve it. Dr. Doom descends gracefully, drifting to the floor. Dr. Doom says, come along. You can witness and even take part in the world's salvation. Despite some self-doubt and suspicion that Dr. Doom might not be telling the truth, the Strange Academy pupil realize they have little choice. The Darkhold threatens to wipe out all the vampires, including their friend Pia. Then they notice Pia is missing. The Strange Academy pupils know they must first stop the Darkhold child from whatever he's planning. He is teleported to an arena where two men are fighting and being cheered on by a crowd. There's a lot of light indicating these might be human. We will find out in the next issue what the Darkhold child's plans is, what Dr. Doom's plan is. And remember, Doctor Strange and Clea Strange are in Latveria looking for another answer from the pages of Blood Hunt issue 3. Next, Blood Hunt, Strange Academy, volume 1, issue 3.